Hi, I'm Brooke,
Hey, I'm Hannah Beth.
and we did our home health visit on a client that had bilateral peripheral neuropathy in both of her feet. And so, upon assessing her home, we found a couple safety issues that we wanted to address that mainly were concerned with the fact that when someone has neuropathy, they have a loss of sensation in their feet, which puts them at a higher risk for falls. And so, when we were walking around her home, we noticed that she had several throw rugs on the ground and a lot of clutter, which included just clothes, dog toys, and there were several areas that were really congested with a lot of furniture. She also had a lot of one steps by her doors that could easily be missed and could pose a safety risk. Her backyard also had a lot of areas that were really uneven with a lot of shrubs and flower pots and just things that easily could be tripped on. And so we took this as an opportunity to kind of educate her to remove the areas of clutter that she could as much as possible. So putting the dog toys up in a bin, trying to decongest some of the areas in her home that were really heavily furnitured, and getting rid of some of the throw rugs, and then just making her aware that when she needs to step through one of these doors that has a step or go to her backyard, to make sure that she is aware that that is a fall hazard and to use assistive devices such as her cane.
So our client also was on a lot of medications, and these medications weren't for the peripheral neuropathy, but she was talking about seeing her doctor later to get on a medication for that. But some of the meds she was on was metoprolol, which is a beta blocker, and just some key points is that it interacts with alcohol and nitrates. So we just educated her about that, about the risks for drinking alcohol and taking nitrates. And metoprolol should be taken with food in the morning. And alprazolam also interacts with alcohol and also grapefruit juice. And our client did say that she makes a point to not drink any grapefruit juice with her meds. And it should also be taken in the morning and at night. And she also takes vitamin D3, which may lead to hypercalcemia if you eat a lot of foods with calcium. So we just told her about risks for that. Our client also takes levothyroxine, which may interact with metoprolol, decreasing its effectiveness. So, and it should be taken in the morning without food. Apixaban, she switched from 5 to 2.5 milligrams, and she takes it in the morning and at night. And there's a risk for bleeding with apixaban with NSAIDs. So we just talked to her about if she takes over-the-counter meds, make sure it's like Tylenol. And she said that she does take Tylenol, but not other NSAIDs. And then the FEC tablet, our client takes it in the morning before food. And there's a risk for constipation with this. And so our client eats prunes and drinks prune juice, and she says that that helps with the constipation. Our client also takes a multivitamin, and she takes it in the morning with food to prevent the GI upset.
So when we talked with the client and what she was currently doing to address her peripheral neuropathy, she's not currently on any medical interventions. She's not taking any medicine, not even any pain medicine. The only thing that she's been doing is she complains about her feet getting really cold at night, and so she'll put on warm socks, but she says she always wakes up in the middle of the night with her feet uncomfortably warm and has to take the socks off. So that is all that she is currently doing to manage the disease. So that obviously presented us with an area to educate her, which we'll discuss later on.
And as far as community resources for our client, she mentioned that she sees Dr. Larry Everson at Jackson Hospital, and that she is going to see him maybe next week to talk about the peripheral neuropathy with him and to get his advice. But some other community resources that we mentioned are available to her are chiropractic offices, where chiropractors can help manipulate the body and restore proper nerve flow, so it can be especially helpful for peripheral neuropathy. Also, laser treatment offices can stimulate the tissue and help with the healing for peripheral neuropathy. and it just decreases inflammation and pain. And physiotherapy also, which includes ultrasound, electrical stimulation, and ice, cold laser, and other treatments to decrease the neuropathic pain. And it just also decreases the inflammation. So these are some options that she could try in her community.
And as for her available resources for managing this particular health condition, the only two things that we really saw that you would need to effectively manage this would be the financial means, which she is very financially stable and has savings, and she's also insured with both Medicare and Blue Cross Blue Shield. And then the second main resource you would need is transportation, which the client has a car, she's able to drive herself, and she also has her son and grandchildren that are nearby in case she needed someone else to assist her to get to the different places that she might be receiving treatment.
And our client is not currently a caregiver for anyone. She is a widow, and she lives by herself, but she doesn't really need a caregiver living with her, but it is important that since she has had a history of falls, that she has someone to call or has resources available. So she does have life alerts that she wears while she's in the house, and she also has a son who lives in town, and then 3 grandchildren who live 45 minutes away who visit pretty often. So those are important resources. And so she always has them to call if she has an emergency or any calls.
And as for education that we were able to provide our client with, the main thing was she's not currently seeking any medical treatment, and she's not on any medications, and so we encouraged her to keep her appointment that she has with her neurologist next week to discuss the condition that she's currently living with, because there are possible medications that she can take, such as antidepressants if shown to be effective, anti-epileptic drugs such as gabapentin, and just pain medication can also be effective. There's several even alternative therapies that she could look into. And we also just educated her generally about what exactly peripheral neuropathy is, just the disease process, and just some self-management techniques that she could use that could be effective. And that would just be making sure that she doesn't smoke, trying to eat really healthy meals, taking care of her feet, exercising regularly to try to help improve her circulation, and just avoid factors that may cause any more nerve damage, such as overindulging in alcohol and things like that. And that's all.